Alright, are we live? We are live? Oh my word, early start. Possible technical difficulties. We weren't sure if we wasn't going to do, so we're starting a little early, see if it happens. It looks like we're good, though. We good? We good? Awesome! Hello, everyone. Welcome to hell. I am your host, I am your artist, I am your personal mad poison. Oh, we're a bit quiet? Good to know, good to know. My mic is also a little to the side of me because I have a bit of a new setup. Move this over just a bit, try not to make too much noise. Here you're in one headphone. Ooh. Oh. Hold on. Wrong thing. Give me a second. I can fix this. I know my shit. I'm struggling with my shit. Wait. Yes. Here we go. Gonna mono me. Does that sound better? Alright, are we good, boys and girls and whoever, what other gender identity you come across? Woo! Alright, if we are good, then hi, let's properly start this party. Hello, my name is Nicole. I am the mad mind behind this train wreck we call an operation. I am the director. I am the currently only animator and main artist, because I do have some help from time to time. I see one of the people who helps me from time to time. Hi, Vector. But and I am in a bit of a different setup. As you can see, this is not Clip Studio Paint I'm using. In fact, I am not where I live. I have gone to the other side of the world in Europe to be with my fiance and my co-host, Albert Kruger.
Good evening across the pond, ladies and gentlemen. This is your basic bitch, Albert Kruger. I'm here as the writer, co-director, and general villain king of the narrative. And Studio Fake Color. I almost said the old name, but...
Yes, still getting used to it.
Habits die hard.
Habits do, in fact, die hard.
And I'm sitting here because she is using my computer, hence the quote-unquote basic bitch setup. But also, I'm sitting here with the phone ready to show off any naughty comments. And I'm also here sitting with one earbud in my ear, and trust me, that is not pleasant to have that. But everything's good. We are all good.
Doesn't matter what Yofi looks like. Always needs to be smaller than the boys.
Of course, she needs to be tiny. But hello, everyone. I have joined Anne here. I've crawled out of my cave.
No, I crawled into your cave. That's why we're here.
Ah, well, no, fair enough. I don't know whose cave we're crawling in, but we're in the same cave. That's what matters.
Anyways. Little earlier than my usual streams, but again, that's because we already crossed the pond. Therefore, it is late for us, and we want to make sure that, people can actually be here. In any case, what is this stream all about? Where to begin?
Well, effectively, as the name of the stream should imply. Let's see if I am actually Yes, it's a narrative reintroduction. That is to say, a stream where we sit and just talk about the narrative. Because, well, it's been many years since we've had a proper update, and a lot has happened in the background. A lot of ideas, a lot of changes, and thus we are here to give you some honest, I suppose, just some honest lore drops, honestly. Nothing necessarily. Some of you will know this information. This is not going to be revolutionary for some of you, but this is a chance for you to ask questions, a chance for you to learn some of the things that make up the world of the so-called narrative.
The Relatus narrative, as we call it, because narrative is too broad of a term.
Indeed. So let's discuss the narrative of the narrative.
And we should probably start with the big three. Yes, big three. As pretty sure you can see, besides one of them looking just a little bit different, and we will get to that later. We are missing a person.
Indeed. And also, to answer the first question of the night, yes, Samuel is no longer a single-celled organism. And you said, just joking, just kidding, just kidding. I'm an eldritch horror. I don't do kidding. No, but seriously, yeah. But please, so if you have any questions, we'll answer them during the night. Otherwise, this stream is mostly going to be lovely background noise where you guys can listen in and actually understand what on earth is going on with the narrative.
What goes on in our silly little brains, because, I know I actually did check. Apparently we did do a reintroduction stream a year ago.
We did?
Yeah.
Wow, time flies by.
The past 6 months has, destroyed everything with a narrative. And that's putting it lightly.
That is true. That is true.
But yeah, to put it simply, if y'all recall, there was supposed to be 4 with a second sister, with Akis, who was also part of this. To put it the most simplest of ways, put it the simplest way possible, she didn't fit the narrative. At all. Literally, this bitch has been a pain in my ass for over half a decade, and we just finally said, okay, we're cutting her out, we can't use her. There are some things with her that do keep along, but Akis, as we know it, unfortunately does not exist in the narrative. She does have a couple other homes, though, but that's not here nor there.
No, that is for an entirely different project and not relevant to the Relatus narrative at all.
As far as I'm aware, 2 projects, but that's besides the point. Not important. Ow. That came out harsh. Oh, ow.
Yofi might be water now, honey, but you are not.
Oh, fuck you!
You love it.
Anyways, as with that said, what has stayed the same? Order and Chaos are the original siblings, so yeah, we have Aldor and Yofi side by side. Aldor has not changed whatsoever. He is still the arrogant yet lovable himbo that we all love and love to make fun of.
Yes.
Some more than others.
Yes. So let's start with, we have Aldor, and introduce the others. We have the Chaos Gremlin, that is Yofi.
Yofi and all, we love them dearly. And then, of course, we have the BBAG, the villain, the absolute asshole that we just keep on wanting to kiss. Some more so than others.
You may not be able to tell with these horns, but I'm actually an orphanage director.
I am not going to continue on with that joke. Samuel Relatus, hello, you bitch. I've missed you.
I've not missed you.
That actually does make sense. So, has anything changed with these? Next question: has there anything really have changed with these?
Yes and no.
Because I'm also realizing the big change that is not so out there, that's not so public, has been around for what, 4 or 5 years at this point?
Probably.
Yeah.
But still.
Longer than we've been able to.
But still, I think it's also good, because this is not just a reintroduction, this is also a reaffirmation. Effectively, the things that happen here, like, will things change again? I mean, that's just part of the creative process. I'm not going to sit here and say, like, what happens now will be in stone until the day of reckoning. No. Things will change. Things will change, and that's just part of the creative process.
Yeah.
So the only thing we can do, really, is eat chocolate pudding. And also, but also, kind of establish what is currently available, and then when things inevitably change, because that's just how a narrative works, well, then you guys are aware. But at least this way you get a sort of preview and a pre-understanding of the world you will be exploring. Not only with these three, but also the other characters that are relevant in the current under production Pillars of Order.
And we'll get to that eventually. We're not going to be here near there because that's...
Now Chaotic said, is it me or is the music a smidge too loud?
Goddamn, it's like barely in my ears. What the fuck?
Well, it's also different with this computer, so you should probably turn it down.
Yeah, valid. Anyways, did turn it down. Hopefully that's better. If not, I will turn it down
You
even
didn't
more.
turn it down at all. You went back up to the original setting. Go ahead, more.
Oh my god, please. There we go.
There we go. Hopefully that's better.
Yeah.
New life motto. Yep.
But any sort of case,
No, I mean, it could be... No, I mean, it could just be... It could be you, Chaotic, but the important thing is that everyone is heard. And by everyone, we mean the two of us. And us reading your comments.
Also realized I never did a proper ping of, hey, we're live now sort of bullshit.
I got the ping. I mean, it's not there now.
Discord, baby.
Oh, on Discord. Fair enough.
Wrong. That's the wrong place for me to go. Shame on me. Shame on me. I know everything.
There we go.
Anyways. But, Alright. But yeah, with that said, as we said, Aldor, Yofi, still siblings. Aldor is still the older, what's the word I'm looking for?
Primordial?
No, not the P word. Pretentious. Older brother. That's what I was looking for.
You were looking for an adjective, not
Yeah.
a noun. A
Yes.
different P word.
A different P word, yeah. But, what does that make Samuel? So, Samuel's a bit of an interesting thing, because by all technicality, he is siblings with Aldor, but not with Yofi. And that's because...
Actually, that's a good question. Wouldn't that be more of a spoiler for things to come, honestly? Or would we just... Because this is the first time we've mentioned it in a public setting, I believe.
But not the first time I've alluded to it.
Fair enough.
Besides, this is early enough. We're not going to get into the details of everything, but... And that's because the boys are brothers-in-law.
Mm-hmm.
Yofi and Samuel are exes.
Dun, dun, dun.
And
Dramatic tension.
And oh boy, do I love the exes. I love the dramatic agony that these two have of... They have blades at each other's throats, but they cannot hurt each other. They're still in love. Details of that is not important right now. Just know it is very fun to give a big old middle finger to everything. And yeah, this is actually a plot point we've had in the background for many, many years.
Mm-hmm.
But
no, they're no longer beings of mitosis.
nope. Though they definitely act like it at times.
Oh yeah, they're stubborn enough to be beings of mitosis. Anyway, go on. Where were you?
But there's a lot going on. My brain is going 1,000 miles per hour.
Mm-hmm. This is why we need focus. But anyway.
Shut up. thing is, I had everything. I was like, okay, I got it ready. I'll be good. I'm good. Press the button, all of a sudden.
Yeah, next time we'll have post-it notes.
Post-it notes, an entire Google Doc, and... No, the whiteboard. That's what we get.
Ah, good point.
We should have gone the whiteboard. Oh, well.
Yes, we should have. There are many things we should have done.
Yeah. But yeah, the point simply, the boys still hate each other. The brothers still hate each other, and despite the fact that they are in-laws and not blood really whatsoever, they call each other brothers because it annoys the other.
Effectively, it is not just a case of annoying that in this case, but also Samuel's way of saying brother in this case has evolved from, because it was always a sense of taunting, even back in the old days. Even back when they were brothers in the previous version. Calling, because it's clear to everyone who has, seen even an inch of, content, that Samuel despises Aldor. There is no secret about that. So, if he hates someone, why refer to him as a brother? And the answer is actually quite straightforward. It's a taunting thing. It's a taunt. It is a mockery. And even now, when they are very different beings, it's still a taunt in that Samuel puts himself in the same level as the primordial entity of order. There is also additional reason for the spite, but that is spoilers, I think.
That is what we're not getting to. Just know the general thing of, like, the general dynamic of Samuel being, being someone who still hates Aldor, and Aldor still hates Samuel, and Yofi's just there trying to play mediator, to put it lightly.
Yeah, where she's not busy chasing fish.
Yeah, that's the other thing I want to kind of bring up, is the difference of Yofi, because you can see, they have a bit of a change in design. And that's because Chaos has gone through a lot of changes the past couple weeks, surprisingly.
Yes.
Actually, no, even more of that, but...
Like, it's a change that has been slowly but surely. Like, if you look at the finished product that you have now, it's been in the past few weeks. But if you look at the design aspects, it's something that's been going on in the background for well over a year, I would argue.
And even then, like, even with these most recent stuff, it's, like, been... Actually, didn't I do this before I, did, the sort of, dragon look before it came? So it's been going on for...
I don't think you did. I think that if you did, I missed it.
Point being, it's been around for a month or, difference has been a month or two, and as a result, order has not changed whatsoever.
Yeah.
But chaos has changed, and look at them.
Yes, they have. Look at that. And also, for everyone in the audience... Smash or pass?
Honestly, yeah, smash or pass.
Speaking of which, welcome Glittering Nerd Werewolf and Almond Firewave. Thank you for joining us with Chaotic Coffee Boy, Kumaberry, Grey Clover, and... Vector, there we go. I knew I was missing a name.
Yes, thank you all for joining, and Samuel would smash this. He has smashed this.
He has. He wouldn't. He's not a question of would, it's has.
They were married for a while. He's definitely smashed this.
First comment from Coffee, wife, in capitals. There we go. Men of British taste.
This is in fact wife. I love them dearly, and there's a reason why I keep saying them. Because being a chaos, what's gender?
Exactly.
As a result, Yofi is canonically gender fluid. Prefers to be more feminine side because, well, Aldor's very masculine and Chaos needs to be the opposite every turn.
Exactly. Because the thing is, if you go back and look at the Chaos design, and I will add on, and here's I'm going to stand here and spew things. Mm-hmm. If I'm ever incorrect, you correct me. Yes, we are going to go with... I see the question from Coffee. Let me give it a moment. I'm just going to say this.
Fair enough.
Say this. But could you bring up the image again of Chaos?
Just a question. Okay.
Yeah, I think we just keep it up because they're always at the bottom after all. So.
Yeah, I know, but I was like, I didn't have any other reason for doing it. Can you show me a thing? Fuck it, I'm putting it up. And actually, as a result, I'm also gonna put up order.
Yes.
I don't care if this is a year old. This is still perfect. This is peak design.
Yes, it fits very well, and I think the case is because the thing of chaos and the older design had far more, some antler, will-o-wisps kind of inspiration. The idea of chaos is into the design is that philosophically these are different concepts. Obviously, chaos is not just a case of I'm random and weird. It's also the case of an entity that can effectively fluctuate to whatever they want. Order is constant, hence why perfect circle. Chaos is, well, a sea bitch.
Eternal change. Like the ways. They're never the same twice.
That. Exactly. So they have different amounts of arm, different amounts. They might have hair, they might not have hair, they might have tail, they might have no tail, they might have a certain amount of chest enhancements. I was trying to think of a way to breathe.
Honestly, I do need to draw this form without the chest, the more masculine form, because
Indeed.
yes, that is a thing. Chaos can just say, screw the chest.
Indeed. I guess we should address the Coffee's question before continuing on with this particular tangent. Does this mean Samuel is a mortal man now?
He wishes.
He wishes he was. The ultimate irony is that I'm going to say this in a way to not spoil things. I'm going to be careful, because the answer is, it's a complicated one. If you mean mortal as in the same realm as we put, for example, other characters you might be familiar with, such as Bruidaire or Bruidaire, then not really. Really, he is mortal in that regard. But if you mean mortal as in you're either a god or and that everything below god, i.e. primordial, i.e. Aldo and Yofi, is considered mortal, then yeah, I suppose that would be the case. What do you say?
See, Samuel is a very fun case because of... How to ask this? Do we mention the other thing with the primordials?
I think actually, yeah, it might actually be something to mention because this is going to be part of the world building.
Yeah.
So I think that it might be something to kind of establish that the true nature of the other promoters. Because here's the thing: we do not have face claims of them here right now. I think we do. For the record, we do apologize if we do not have all the face claims. This is my computer, and we transferred everything we could think of feasibly, but you see what you get. This is kind of the pull part, and it's more or less a bit of a doodle stream at times as well.
Yeah, so everyone knows about Order and Chaos, the two primordials, but there's actually more.
Indeed.
There's, in terms of the pure primordial forces, there is a third one that we have dubbed the Void. Is this the official name? At this point, probably, considering how much used it, but it was not. Yeah, it could change.
If it has a name, I think it is far too strange to be uttered. I think that calling it a void is a good human comprehension of its nature. Mm-hmm. Effectively, everything that is kind of aberrant and strange, that is where it kind of went.
Mm-hmm. And to put it simply, without getting into the complexities, because that will lead to spoilers, we'll just say that Samuel does have a connection to the Void. That's all I'm gonna say.
Exactly. That's all we'll say. No, and yes, of course, we could say yes, Coffee. That we could just say spoiler if it's hard. But I mean, that's the thing. We want to share some things, and this could lead to things that are good to share. With these kind of things.
Yeah, I actually want to be a bit more open about the lore, because I realize there's a shit ton of stuff I do not mention.
Exactly. We know a lot of this Bible of lore, essentially, but and there are some of, and we share it with some, but it's good to have it in a proper format format, and because we're so swamped with other projects and other things, it would be very difficult to put all of that in one video, even a series of videos. So, well, may we do something like that in the future? Maybe, most likely. But for now, this is a good start, at least.
Ooh, great put about the good thing, the entropy.
Oh, that's actually a cool name. Entropy. Yeah, that's a good thing. Though it's not...
Order, chaos, entropy.
Yeah, it's not perfect because entropy also kind of goes into what number 4 is, correct?
To be fair, these are the 3 pure main ones. Any other other ones are more just branches.
Touche.
Unless we count.
Well, also, yes, thank you, Coffee, for putting us in your pocket. And your phone, and you have Eldritch Chaos and Order in the abyss of your pocket, Lint. I am loving this comment way too much for my own sake. Oh, you're gonna keep this as well? Alright.
Because these might be number 4. By all technicality.
Fair enough. We'll come back to that.
We'll come back to that. Like,
yeah.
Again, the 3 pure forms,
yeah,
I'm calling them.
Yeah.
Pure primordials.
Yeah, the pure forces, essentially. And entropy could be part of that, because chaos is more creation, but... Yeah. Yeah, I'm not saying no to it, it's just like a bit of question. We would have to think through. But with that said, entropy is a good idea.
It's not bad. That's not a bad thing whatsoever.
Yeah. But yeah, so... let's see, I don't think I missed any questions. But to kind of emphasize, he's not a mortal man in the traditional sense, but he's not the kind of... But he definitely degraded from what he used to be, you could argue, in terms of power levels and all that stuff, until he became what he is now, which is both more than he once was, and less than he once was.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what we'll say comfortably as I see Yofi being drawn with a pouty face.
Samuel's not looking because he's going to,
I'm not looking at you, Yofi.
Look at me, Sammy.
I'm not going to look at you.
You
Also,
piece of shit.
I also think he's like, I'm not looking at you, because if you do, you'll crack like an egg.
Because if you do, you'll crack like an egg.
Yes.
The rings may not be with us, but we are still married by soul.
Oh, yeah.
And Samuel hates that, just like, no, I don't. Like, stop.
Stop it.
You know I'm right.
You can't run away from our love. Anyway.
No. They're both kind of like, unfortunately, it is over.
Yeah.
But damn, we wish it wasn't.
Yeah. Effectively, in some ways, the narrative is effectively the most eldritch and chaotic post-divorce settlement in history.
I think at this point I've called the narrative jokingly the messiest divorce to ever exist.
Yeah. You thought having to fight over the dog was bad.
Nah, he wants to get rid of the dog.
Yeah, no, you know what? Yeah, yeah, that's true. I was making a mortal example. Yeah, he's gonna kill the dog.
He wants to kill the dog. Dog should not exist. Okay, why is Pouty Yofi actually fucking adorable though?
Because you're drawing chaos incarnate with gills stomping her legs like a 2-year-old who said who was just told he cannot have any more Game Boy.
The narrative versus the narrative primordial couples therapy was a thing.
Why do you think I'm here?
Jokingly, that's what we call the necroverses, the therapy that was needed.
So welcome to primordial counseling. So remember, we have no judgment regarding our domains. So please go around. And this is Yofi. Everyone say hi, Yofi. Oh, Yofi.
No, what I look forward to look forward to is the bullshittery of later, but
That's later.
What I want to draw later, but that's the thing. I just want to do the silliest now because I love them, Your Honor.
Indeed. But I think it's kind of a thing of, alright, actually, I'm gonna ask, okay, the therapy was Scully. Yeah, what do you think they failed? No, I'm joking, I'm joking. For those who are unaware, Scully is a character from another project. He is not relevant to this particular stream, so, but we'll let you know if such a thing happens.
TLDR might be more projects besides the narrative, but let us get this ball rolling before we get more balls rolling.
Exactly. But actually, if you don't mind, and I kind of think, I don't know if you can make like a vote system in the stream or something. I don't know if you can do that.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm thinking, we have the 3 characters in front of us, effectively. So, therapist asking Samuel, how does that make you feel? Everything. No, but I'm thinking, let's start a poll, and add options. And essentially, which of these 3 would you like us to talk about? Sibling, because sibling in quotation marks. It's
right, Swedish. I'm just gonna say fuck it.
Sibling. But first.
Where's your fucking question? Oh, fuck.
Hey, let me. There we go. Oh, wait. There we go.
Thank you.
And then,
Hold on, boys. I am making a thing.
yeah, we're making a poll. Here we go. Start the poll. All right.
The poll has been started.
All right, let's see. Effectively, which Rolando sibling do you want to hear more about at the first? All right. And for the record, yes, they are not technically all siblings, but that's what we call them because it's
Habit.
fun.
And also, it's funny.
And habit. I think you said funny, I said habit.
No, I said habit, you said funny.
Mm-hmm. Now, how long do these things usually last, actually?
The poll?
Yeah.
The polls?
Yeah.
As long as you want, technically.
Right. Well.
I know I should draw a Lego with that, but I'm saying fuck it. I want to draw. Aldor has no patience for this couple's quarrel. He gets to have the flowing hair in the wind. God, I love them.
For some reason, when you say flowing in the wind, I thought Gone in the Wind, and then I just heard Aldor saying, frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn. Okay. All right, see we're women. You know what? Just because I am, I shouldn't vote, but screw it, I'm gonna do it.
Rude.
Gotta support the home team.
Rude. They want the king. They want order. They want the fucker that... if I'm gonna be honest, by all technicality, started the entire shit.
Exactly. Yeah. just, Aldo, please, and just Gray screaming, "Give me my brains!"
God, chat's great.
Oh, this is gonna be...
Clearly someone has a bias.
No! I'm voicing him. I was resurrected because of him.
Yes, you were.
Yes. Anyway, I do think, though, that, I think that,
Aldor's the obvious winner.
Yeah, I don't see any more votes come in now. So let's just go with, let's just go with Aldor.
Yeah.
Alright, so, none for Yofi. No.
Nobody likes Yofi. Fair enough.
Yeah. Don't worry, we'll come to her. It's just we start first. So, let's start with I don't give a damn. Our favorite himbo.
Our favorite asshole himbo that I adore, that we all love and adore.
Mm-hmm.
Where the fuck do we start with this bitch?
I suppose, in the beginning.
Yeah, so...
Like the Bible he wrote, we start in the beginning.
Like the Bible he wrote and everyone fucked up afterwards because humans are humans. But...
I can fix him.
Nobody can fix him. Not even his wife can fix him. But to put it simply, Aldor, the oldest. This is order. This is the... Wrong one. This is the bitch, and we love him for it.
Yeah. Effectively, he turned from this to this. What happened to you? What happened during your college years?
I became human.
No. I mean, let's be honest, he's actually undergone a significant change, because if I look at it from my perspective, ever since I came in back in 2020, Aldo has had a very significant change when we also switched voice actors for Aldo. Because Aldo used to be voiced by one of our other co-writers, and
Deathbringer, he was our voice actor. Changed them out because, to put it simply, I refuse to work with that mic again.
Yeah, here's the thing. Nothing wrong with Deathbringer. Great guy. Subscribe to him right now. Do it.
Absolutely fantastic. I wanted to work more.
After you subscribe to this channel and maybe mine while you're at it. But sorry. Don't look at me with that death case. You know me, I'm pride, I need attention. Oh, we don't have webcam now, we won't, but you should have seen the face she just pulled.
Shut the fuck.
Hell no, this is why I'm here.
I regret this. The stream was a mistake. Never again. Kill me. I want to die.
Don't worry, I'll bring her back to life if she does. Anyway. Like I was saying, we changed voice act. Like I said, nothing wrong with him, with Deathbringer. Just the equipment was not good. And this comes from a guy who works with average equipment at best. I mean, it's not bad equipment what I have, but it's not, like, professional in any capacity. No.
No, I'm gonna make the joke. Yeah, it was so bad, we had to get out my mic for this stream.
Oh, that is. Oh, now you're crossing a line. But nah, so clearly. So yeah, so going back at the inquiry so Aldor, he underwent a few changes in personality and became something of a himbo, even though he is incredibly intelligent. So where do you want to start before I kind of add on? And of course, if you have any questions, stream, please go ahead and ask them. We're here for you. You're here for us. We're here together.
We're here for hell. This is what we signed up for. Why anyone wanted to sign up to my hell, I don't know. I apologize, but thank you for joining me on this ride. But yeah, because Aldor, or to put down what his name actually means in an old forgotten in-universe language, the Almighty Order. Yes, that is canon.
And yes, you thought that Samuel was the only one with the ego. You will be wrong.
Where do you think he got that ego?
Exactly.
But by all account, Aldor, well, I started GoFundMe for career reading.
I just saw that. I was about to comment.
To be fair, your mic's actually really good to work with, and goddamn, your videos do sound great.
Oh yeah, thank you.
Streaming or recording with multi people in one point, though, that's a different issue.
That is a whole different issue. So please, don't use the GoFundMe for the microphone. Use the GoFundMe for splitters.
But yeah, Aldor, Almighty Order, the oldest of the siblings and the most uptight bitch for the longest time within the narrative.
Yeah. Also, to understand one thing, I think this is a good point to kind of point this out. General time in the narrative, like the timeline, if you think of in terms of years, such, we don't really have a clear timeline, as I would say. Not of events. If in terms of events, yeah, we know them by beat by beat. But if you ask the exact year, like which year was this person born, unless it pertains to current events within each story, it is very vague.
Because to put it in the bluntest way possible, the narrative I've gone through 2, 3 apocalypses?
Yeah, we're on number 4 now.
No, I'm pretty sure this is going up to like number 3.
3.5. No.
Yeah, I'll take that. 3.5. We'll take that. Does this new dynamic use algorithm do the sibling dance? They always could. Like, they always were able to do that because they were they were blood siblings. Anyone who shipped these two, fuck you. Incest is gross.
Indeed.
But
we know the internet. That's not going to stop them.
Unfortunately.
Rule 34.
But, they could have done the sibling dance for many years, and I absolutely love and adore that.
Yeah.
How long since the narrative started?
Yeah. Yeah, because the thing is, and I think there's no spoilers revealing the very beginning, is there? At least, alright, so effectively essentially, in the beginning of everything, and for the record, what we're about to say will sound very much like Christianity. There's a point to that. We'll get to that in a bit. Bear with us.
There is a very good reason for that, but that's besides the point. Anyways.
Yes. So, effectively, the whole of reality, all of reality began, and there was nothing but 2 primordial entities that shaped all of reality. One gave mass and form, the other gave rules and structure. One was a chaotic being, the other was a straight ass circle. And thus we have Yofi and Aldor, respectively. Now, which one came first? Which one came after? Was it the chicken? Was it the egg? Well, technically it should be the chicken, because the chicken has proteins inside the ovum that actually produces that you can find in the eggshell. So the egg had to come after the chicken. Now, what would be the chicken birth from? That's a different story entirely. I am proud of that little random segue into madness. But no, seriously though, yeah, so who started first? It doesn't matter, they both came at the same time, didn't they?
I mean, I say order, by all accounts started, but I think it's more of a case that order, because it's order, gained structure first, therefore that's by technicality he's older.
Mm-hmm. No. Even if they are technically around the same time, Aldor, especially previous Aldor, before the modern Aldor, loves to emphasize this age difference.
But that's besides the point. Point being, these two forces started creating the universe, and as a result, more was formed, more was structured. Life happened, and even got to a point that the creation itself started to influence these primordial gods to give them basically their own more corporeal forms.
Exactly, and. Love what Coffee says. One played in the sandbox, that was the universe, and the other told them not to eat the Lincoln logs.
Correct.
That is very correct, actually. But that is very much the case, and while one was happy to have non-limited creation, the other wanted to kind of perfect what had been created.
Mm-hmm.
And that is effectively one of Aldor's greatest strengths, but also the reason for probably why he was quite honestly, and I'm gonna say this, quite awful in the beginning.
Yeah, I'm gonna say this right now, it's no secret that by all technicality Aldor was the original villain.
Yeah. Aldor was... Actually, just out of curiosity, before joining, was Aldor a villain then as well? Or...
Before what?
Before I joined fully. back before 2020? Just curious, honestly. Yes and no to kind of move on.
Technically, yes, that's a story for another time.
Yeah, that's a whole other thing. That's a development story, but in general, but that's for another time. The point is, effectively, because think of it from this perspective, like, why would this guy be the villain? Because, well, obviously, without going too much, because we do not want to have any kind of religious debate, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But I am gonna touch a bit for the sake of, the commentary, if you don't mind. Right?
Go ahead.
Alright, thank you.
Also, that's an adorable little order.
Don't eat the Lincoln logs!
I love him, Your Honor. Anyways, continue.
We need to get Isaac into this. Anyway.
If only he wasn't at work.
Anyway, well, yeah, so... Because obviously, by the way we described it, it sounds very much like how Christianity sounds like. And yes, there is, both, and there is a bit of a reason for that. Now, we're not going to go into it. We're not going to make any question anyone on the belief system. This is not what we're saying. It's saying, clearly, Christianity had an inspiration, but that's all we say and we'll say about at this point in time with that aspect, obviously. Mm-hmm. Sounds good?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. But why, but essentially the question is, why would this guy, who is effectively the god, the all benign father of Christianity, be the villain? Well, if you are supposed to create a perfect entity and you have the recipe for a perfect utopia, and you start obsess over any imperfection and obsess that you can create perfect things that you can create the flawless absolute order. Since perfection doesn't exist even in nature, it is an unnatural thing. That the obsession of perfection would drive one into committing horrible, horrible actions.
That is precious as fuck.
Nice. But what do you think of that description?
Yeah, that's a good way to really put it.
I say there's like deep psychological deconstruction of God, and you draw this cheapy ass angel. Total dissonance. What's that?
Doesn't exist in our streams, but we promise it's not bad in the actual projects.
Yeah. No, I mean that's just having fun and talking shit. But yeah, so I mean I suppose that's a good question to start on. But where does sounds like if he was a mortal man, he would be a cleanaholic. Can't help but scrub the toilet like 10 times a day. Essentially, he would be obsessive compulsive. The ultimate irony, yeah, he is. I think he is canonically obsessive compulsive.
Yes.
Actually.
He is.
Yeah, it's not just a question of if he was. No, he is. Maybe he's not obsessed with cleanliness, but let's be honest. If he...
To some extent, considering, purity.
Of course, yeah, that's a good point. No, fun. Yeah, I just thought, I could be wrong. We just corrected you.
Also, look at my little child.
Yeah.
Look at them. I love them, Your Honor.
No, yeah. Here we have two examples. Extreme OCD and extreme ADHD.
Literally, it'd just be like that.
Put creation down.
Ooh, new thing I could play with.
I got ball.
Just, new thing I could play with.
I love these faces. Ooh.
There we go. I love them, Your Honor. I want to protect them at all costs, Your Honor.
Yeah, but clearly these two are siblings. And, well, yeah, but when you have someone who is obsessed with order and structure, and you have someone who says, what shapes can this take? Well, you ever seen two kids fight over Lego?
what's so funny too is that, well, Chaos is so fucking, is, supposedly much bigger because, big C thing. They're so much smaller than the Sith, the brother.
Yeah, I think that because, if you want to know what I think in my head, if I may just throw this? Yofi likes to be small because that way she can easier play with the smaller things.
Exactly. And also, easier to move around order.
Exactly.
Chaos is like, just really big and really bulky. I know what I can do.
Yeah, she doesn't like, unlike him, she doesn't like to have a big head. That was a smart joke.
That's a very smart joke, and God, I love these. God, I just love these characters, guys. I love them so much. I'm gonna kiss them all.
Yeah. Heavens or hells help us if Aldo ever stepped
On a Lego.
On a Lego. I know he said in a Lego, which I know was incorrect, but that just made me ponder inside a Lego, like a horrible eldritch nightmare. But
okay, but Samuel
would step inside the Lego because he would manipulate people to pick him up. You can't because you can't resist the Lego. It's a foolproof plan.
Sorry, I can't get over how I do the silly little chibis. They're so good, Your Honor.
They're so precious. Yeah, but yeah, so Aldo stepping on Lego. I mean, let's be honest, he stepped on Yofi's Lego creation, and that's effectively the start of every conflict of the narrative.
Yeah, again, by all accounts, Order technically started all the issues.
Yeah. Now, was Chaos complicit? Was Chaos completely innocent?
No.
No. I think that's also something, and I think we can tell this now, or should we wait until we actually go into Yofi? We can wait for this to go to Yofi more, but to kind of start out, no one was innocent in the beginning. Like, it's not the case that one was the villain and one was the tragic hero. No, both of them were dicks.
In the narrative, there are no heroes, only survivors.
Exactly. Samuel, the most evil of Lego bricks. He's that tiny piece that you always lose in behind the cushion seats.
Correct.
That when you clean up, like, oh, I need to clean up, you find quarters, and you find the Lego pieces. That's the piece.
Anyways. Yeah, because the fun of it is that God, to have God's personified means they need to have some sort of humanity, so I want to have fun showing those kinds of sides of humanity.
Indeed. And it's kind of the idea like, there is no such thing as, if you want to go, and this might touch slightly, but bear with me, if God was perfect and God created us in his image, as Christianity says it, then that means that God is flawed as well.
Exactly.
Now, with that said, that's just kind of an ideal of things, and because, religion is different. No one, we're not shitting on anyone's religion. Every religious background is welcome here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And humanity itself is, there are nuances, and humanity itself is flawed. Exactly, Grace, exactly.
Anyways, while we talk about, God, the philosophical question about humanity and godhood, I am about to do a thing that, considering who's been here, particular people are going to be screaming at me for, and the others will be very, 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 very confused.
Okay. Yeah, alright, it's gonna come up, and, here we go. It's effectively a storyboard.
I want to do a silly little storyboard as we do this, and I'm going to have I'm going to have 5 particular people scream at me.
But yeah, so I suppose the kind of what comes in, I also think you should, the only reason you should, move away from this. Yeah. Yeah.
I think I might only need 2 pages for this. It's not that
But yeah, so, where were we? See, the Aldor that you know now, if you are familiar with Aldor in recent recordings, and let's give Isaac credit, he makes Aldor into just such a precious little doll.
Mm-hmm. So with that said, I sit here with one specific song in my head when thinking about
yeah.
when thinking about Aldor, and I'm going to do it, but a particular Will Wood song.
Yeah.
Because honestly, at his worst, that's basically the song that would be playing in his head.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, I do apologize for that's just how Sai does.
Sai, I do not miss you.
No, yeah. If you're wondering, do I use Sai? Yeah, I've not used Sai in quite some time when I drew, because why draw when I got this wonderful person to draw? But I'm going to draw more, and I will be using Sai, but it's going to be for various other things when, yeah, let's be honest. Sai is a good program if you just want to kind of get in and just use a general program. It is not... It is not the same as, what is the one you're using again?
Clip Studio Paint.
Clip Studio Paint, obviously.
We were going to try to do Clip Studio Paint, but that required money, and I have no money, so...
Money? What's that?
Donate to my coffee. It's dead. Donate to the coffee.
Donate to coffee.
The coffee.
Yeah.
Coffee.
Just
Anyway.
give it. Anyway. So, yeah, where were we? Yeah, but, Grace was just screaming.
Yeah, I see that. Hee hee.
No. Welcome back to Returning Upstairs Coffee. But yeah, so, where were we? Yeah, but, I suppose that's the thing. Again, Isaac has done... Isaac, who is the voice actor, and he doesn't have... It is Isaac Hames, correct?
Yeah.
It's the same thing. That's why, because it's the same, with YouTube.
Yeah.
He does a fantastic job giving Aldor this little soft, kind, himbo energy to the character. When really the character... But if you look at the characters between... I am someone who generally voices villains and ominous characters, as you can tell by my voice. I would be good to voice Original Order. It is that bad.
He's not, but...
I'm not.
You get the point.
I'm not, but you get the point. You could use me as a voice reference for Isaac. You know?
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I suppose the question is, where do we, so yeah, so is it different? Very. But it is also the, yeah, I honestly don't know where to go next with Aldor without necessarily spoiling. Well.
Do need to take some fucking responsibility.
Yes. Yes, you do.
And yeah, I am saying that for, correct reasons.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, so obviously when it comes to Aldor, yeah, here's the thing. Aldor is not the main character in any of these stories. I think it's fair to say that.
Not because he's kind of meant... I think, ironically, he's too much of a Deus Ex Machina. But here's the thing. We complain about, him as a character. He's the most powerful being in the entire narrative. He could literally He can literally smite anyone down and be fine. By all technicality, if not for very good reasons, for very understandable and even good reasons, he could technically kill Samuel.
Yeah. There is a reason he doesn't.
Well, a few reasons.
Well, okay, many reasons he doesn't. And they are complicated. Mm-hmm. They are complicated. Let's just say that it's, there's a reason, because could he win? Yeah, I mean, it's like the Eagles. But if you know Lord of the Rings and you also ask, then why didn't the eagle just fly in? Well, because Because if they did, it would have been an absolute disaster. The Eagles would have... Having the Eagles effectively be at risk of being tempted of the ring would have been the worst disaster imaginable. And am I saying that Aldo would have been tempted? I don't think he would be. We're not talking Disney on Lord of the Rings. But he would have been but it definitely would have been a risky situation at hand. I think so.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the best way to kind of say it without spoiling anything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Greg Clover says, "Oh gosh, a faith, in quotation, inspired story of the priest who worship order."
Oh god.
I am not familiar.
Faith is a game.
Oh wait, I think I... Oh, it sounds vaguely familiar.
Also, there's a very good... What am I doing here? What am I doing with this? A specific audio has been playing in my head a lot.
Yeah, it's been overwhelming. But it's a good sound, so I'm not complaining. But it's been definitely a brain rot.
Mm-hmm.
What are you looking for?
I'm just putting this down.
Ah, okay.
Oh. Oh, I could add Photoshop. Oh, that's good to know.
Yeah, you could. Anyway.
Good to know. Actually, no, that makes things so much easier. Holy shit.
Yeah, so you could just convert it easily.
Yes.
Yeah,
oh, that's good.
That's a benefit of this.
Oh,
I forgot
bless.
that. I still see Samuel as not a simp. I would still like a nice coffee with him, perhaps. Alright, that's what Coffee says. And yeah, calling him a simp is definitely...
No. Coffee's the simp. No, saying Coffee. Coffee being the simp. Not Samuel being the simp.
No, wait, really? I still see Samuel as not a simp. I would still like a nice coffee with him, perhaps.
Coffee saying he doesn't simp for Samuel.
Oh. Okay, well, if that's the case, sorry for misinterpreting you, Coffee.
English is a silly little language, guys.
Yeah. We have so many languages, we have so many delicious words, so many beautiful words, and yet we misinterpret them all the time. Great Clover says, I'd love to just talk to him, understand him, and then Coffee clarifies, I mean, as I am not a simp for him. Fair enough. Thank you for the clarification.
Alrighty, boys, we begin. Alright.
But yeah, I mean, that's the thing. The sitting down and talking with how does Swedish compare as a language to the mess that is English? Honestly, it's a language with fewer words, so it's poorer, but it is ironically easier to be communicated because of that.
Yeah, it's actually a simpler language, and as a result, it is it's quite fucking easy.
Yeah. Yeah, it has to be a straightforward language. We're up here in the cold, we're trying to communicate. We can't waste time with words, we're freezing. Here we go. It's coming, just keep going.
I know.
I know. Where you go. Credit to the original creator of that song. I forgot the name of the guy, but it's a good song.
It is a very good song.
You lucky lads up there getting snow. I want some. Time to drive again. Whee! All right, if you're driving again, good luck. Good luck, great. But yeah, no, we get a lot of snow up here. A lot of snow. And we're only halfway up the country. So where were we? No, but honestly, I don't think there's any. But I just think that for now, is there anything we can say about Aldo that's not a spoiler? Or do you think that we leave it at that?
I really need to play with Eldor again because it has been a minute.
Yeah, I will say this actually to kind of help you out. No poll or anything, but here's the thing: if anyone has a question of Aldo, please ask it any time. But now give Anna a little space to think. What is? Do you guys have any questions about Aldo in general?
Look at this fucker. Look at this bitch. Look at this absolute little shithead. I love him.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
I love him, Your Honor. He's so dumb. He's so silly.
But yeah, so alright, but so any questions, please take this opportunity to think it out. And gonna drink some water while doing it. And yeah, I mean, also look at this guy. Like this song, without spoiling who this guy is, it fits so damn well.
What sort of hobbies does Eldor enjoy outside of his godly duty of order? So I've had it in the back of my mind of Aldor actually being a bit of a blacksmith.
I can see that.
Especially since he does appreciate, metalwork.
I mean, one of the biggest associations that I think we've had subconsciously for Aldor has been clocks.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Like, it's never been part of his actual symbols, but it's always been kind of a background association.
Yeah,
Clocks.
Yeah, we've definitely associated time with him. So.
In fact, so effectively, and it does make sense again if I may go on my little pretentious psychology analyzing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's why you have me here, isn't it? When you think about it, blacksmithing is effectively taking pieces together and molding them into something new. And what is order but artificially creating it? Because that's the ultimate thing about order. Not the rules that govern just general structure and nature, but more so the order of any system. It's not necessarily a natural thing. It is always a construct. And so the idea of blacksmithing kind of thematically not only goes into his nature and order, but it's just something that naturally fits into his hobbies.
Not only that, don't you see Eldor being the type who will happily, who would happily work on his sword to make sure it's nice and sharp at every turn?
Oh yeah, like I think that he perfected that sword a long time ago. He just uses a wheatstone not only because he is obsessive compulsive,
Mm-hmm.
but also it's kind of a good stimming ritual.
Yeah, I think it's a stimming thing for him.
A stimming, like where you just sharpen a sword that doesn't need sharpening, but it is just a nice, relaxing, purging sound.
Why does this make me laugh?
Because you are doing the stalking meme, honey. Oh. No, that's better.
A little easier for that. There we go.
Would those skills include leatherworking? I also says simple blacksmithing. It can sometimes come with leatherwork.
That's the thing I've actually been kind of going back and forth with. Like, I could see him do some leather work from time to time. Definitely nowhere near as much as metals, because again, he likes to work with clocks.
Yeah, it's the difference between tinkering and melting metal and creating a natural sheath, a natural, leather, like tanning and stuff like that. Would he know how to tan? Yeah, I imagine that at some point he took up the hobby and took up the craft and was like, oh yeah, this is easy. If anything, I see Yofi being the leather worker, if anything.
She does glass blowing.
Oh, glass. Although with that said, Samuel might have taken up some leather working at times, I imagine.
I mean, he has to make sure those gloves are always in top shape.
Exactly. So yeah. But would Aldor be a leather worker?
I could see him doing a bit of it. It's not like his main thing, but he knows
No.
some tricks.
Oh yeah, like I think. Okay, here's what I think. Blacksmithing is something it can do to relax himself. It does it because he wants. But leatherworking, he goes in because he needs to do it. It's a part of a process of creating with blacksmithing that needs to be done sometimes. Mm-hmm. It's just by necessity that it does it. It's equivalence of if you ever drawn okay, if I may just kind of throw something esoteric. Mm-hmm. If you ever made a little model or something like in Warhammer or any kind of tabletop RPG, sometimes you have to always spray the little figurines, with a base. Mm-hmm. With a base white so that they start or with a base black or any kind of base color. And in some cases it can be, and that can just be like, okay, it's got to be done, and then you wait until dry so you can actually paint them. You look forward to the painting, but the spraying is just obnoxious.
You get to enjoy entertaining, I guess. I got used to the restroom.
Ah, well, I'm in charge here. I'm gonna draw, actually.
Woo, have fun.
All right, let's see what happens. All right, so this is probably gonna be a disaster, but hey, this is why she is the artist and I'm not. All right, let's see. I've never actually drawn with a board with a board like this, so this will be interesting. Let's see here. All right, so there we go. All right, that's how we do it. All right. Yes, I have the... There we go. All right. I am not good at multitasking like this. But I'm trying. Yeah, it's like God, it's been so long since I've drawn. It feels so weird to actually go back to drawing, but I do need to get back to drawing. Actually, I'm actually gonna. The glove is too small for me, so I can't do that. And then, oh, thank you. And then just do a little. Let's see here. No, that was actually not what I intended. There we. And. A little fun. There we go. Can you tell the difference? Oh, yeah, but yeah, so but yeah, to kind of also just go go ahead. I'm actually gonna delete the last one because that was actually kind of ugh. There we go, a little like that instead. But yeah, artistry is. But thank you for calling me a good artist. That artistry is a journey. Every artist is just a different bed. It's just a different bending in the road. Exactly. Like art is a journey, and his thing. It's just been years, and I'm just really rusty, and just something I gotta get back to. But with that said, this is a damn good tablet. This is a good tablet. Yeah, and I agree. It's right, coffee. It's like it's just a journey. But to kind of go on, like, would those Samuel would make a killing making stylish leather boots? Yeah, oh yeah, he would, and he has. The problem is the boots may bite back. But that's for later, actually. But yeah, so just a silly little drawing. I'm not gonna attempt. Fuck it. I'm gonna try to attempt the horns here. So let's see here. Because I do not have the reference in front of me, so I'm gonna have to just kind of Alright, let's see. And let's see here. There we go. Just a silly little thing that Anne can correct later on. But yeah, Samuel, maker of the best Doc Martens. I'm gonna assume that's a shoe brand because I have no sense of shoe branding whatsoever. So, and now that I'm looking at it and stepping back, I'm like, no, that's not good. So I'm gonna have to change that because otherwise my own OCD is gonna kill me. There we go. That's better. Of course, grab those snacks. The coffee. Grab those snacks. Oh, but yeah. Oh, God. It's going to be fun. I'm actually going to get back into drawing for a future video, but that's neither here nor there. That's for the future. And I think that I hear her coming back. There we have it.
You want to keep drawing?
No. You keep drawing.
Aw, but I don't want to get rid of this little adorable thing.
I was thinking, like, just in the camera, you know, with that in, like... Alright. Nah, but you can get rid of it.
No. Oh, I did a silly.
No, I did a silly. I didn't do because of the layers. I just grabbed the pen and decided, let's
Apparently, I didn't consider the layers either.
Layers. Here's the thing. For the record, if you are an aspiring artist and you want to work with art programs, layers are going to become your best friend.
Layers are without doubt your best friend. Make sure to use them properly. They be good to them, they'll be good to you.
Yeah, effectively, treat friends like Animal Crossing characters.
Yeah. Why do you think I give you so many gifts?
Exactly. Fair enough. Alright, let's see here. Great clue. Samuel making leather boots out of the skin and soles of the Floridian alligators he slaughtered because they annoyed him. He would.
He would.
He totally would.
There we go.
There we go.
Just,
and my face is, what you doing later? Yeah, so I suppose that's all we can really say of Aldor at the moment. Yeah, so
yeah.
All right. So honestly, I am going to see it when you're ready. Ready to pull out another poll?
Oh, I guess the question. Sammy or Yofi, who's first?
Exactly. So let's see it in the poll. Let's put up the poll to see what the poll says.
I don't want to make a poll.
Ah, well, I like polls. I love the statistics.
The things I do for love. You owe me tonight.
Yeah! I'll try. Who next? Shift.
Just shift?
Yes, shift.
Okay. Please. Oh my god. Oh my god.
The Swedish keyboards, they are different.
And also, your thing is fucking big. My hands are so baby.
Mm-hmm. Alright, I am not gonna vote.
Good.
Alright. But the poll is up because, yay. Yes. Yes, I yes. Yes, I do. It would be like, let's go to Disney World, and Samuel dies inside. Kruger loves poles the same way a giraffe loves the poles in its enclosure at the zoo. Yes.
There we go. So here's what I'm doing.
Alright. You saved it.
Yeah.
Alright, fair enough.
It's its own little layer now because I don't want to get rid of your beautiful artwork.
Oh, it's so beautiful.
Yes,
But thank you.
I love this little guy. He's so cute.
He's a little guy. Alright. Alright, well, alright, so let's check the poll. What does the poll say? It's only one vote, but still.
Yofi!
100% on Yofi. Oh, wow. Yeah, it's only one vote. But
I mean, Alder was 100% with 3 votes until you came in and decided to say fuck you.
fair
You
enough.
know, as Samuel you are.
Yeah, I could be the Samuel.
You know, fuck it, do it again. Make it funny.
You know what? Just have fun. All right. Now you guys have gotta decide here. God damn it. Alright, just waiting for that third vote. Come on. If you haven't voted, vote now. Vote for either Yofi or Samuel to go next.
While that happens, I am grabbing Fassequems.
You're grabbing what? Oh, you're grabbing
The Fassequems.
face quams. Is that such a crime? Alright. Yeah, I suppose alright, I suppose since it's been a while and no one else has voted, shall we just go with Yofi then?
Yes.
Yeah, right, let's go with Yofi. Alright, I suppose since Yofi is closer to your baby.
Initially a Sona of mine, so yes.
Mm-hmm.
Also, look at the child. Look at him. I love him.
Of course, I love that.
But, where do I start with my baby? My baby, my child, my Goyle, my silly little boy. My whatever they decide to be in the moments.
You silly them.
My silly them.
Well, I suppose again, ironically, in the beginning, you know, she was chaos, and I think again, while we kind of established how Aldor was, you know, kind of a villain, why would Chaos? What was Chaos like? Was Chaos also a villain, or was Chaos just, you know, dickish in a different way? In which case, please, let's go on.
I think I'd say that by all accounts, Chaos is dickish in a different way, mainly the case of, they're a petty bitch. They are the pettiest of bitches.
A petty. Ah, bitches.
Exactly. And that's more to do with just the fact of, you know, being a bit more childlike due to, you know, her her creative needs and her just natural wonder. Like, girl was out here bored, decided to create, make creation. It was just like, I'm gonna make it all good. I'm gonna make it really nice. Only for all of that to kind of go out the window because Order decided to be a little bitchy.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah, let's just say, I think it's fair to say, was Order, you know, the one to kind of instigate with his need for an egocentric validation?
more or less.
Yes, definitely. I can agree with that. But the question is, did Chaos respond, you know, reasonably? They did not.
Nah, trying to make a few things that could mess with Order and his laws quite a bit. Due to, you know, her creative needs and her just natural wonder. Like, girl was out here bored, decided to create, make creation. It was just like, I'm gonna make it really nice. Only for all of that to kind of go out the window because Order decided to be a little bitchy.
Yeah,
Thankfully, usually not to a terrible extent, but there's been a few times where it's like, oh, I went a little too far. Or a case of, just, how do I put this? How do I put this simple? She allowed her curiosity to go too far, and she created some very messy things.
Yeah. And it kind of is the thing, just like how, if you, I guess, here's the thing, it's kind of going back, do you enjoy my pretentious psychology?
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you. Now I need validation. No, anyway. No, but, again, when it comes to the, I was about the validation, but yes, like, we spoke earlier, how would a perfect order be twisted in all this? Well, ask this interesting question. How would ask this question in return. If you knew someone, anyone, who had access to unfettered creation. That sounds like a powerful, cool thing to have, but really ask, what is including in all fettered creation? If you have unlimited creation, if you have unlimited death, then that's just it. It just kills people, But what is involved in unlimited creation? Let's see here. Firstly, also seeing some quote here. Firstly, yes, pity fish. And, no, my nuclear brother ruined my toy. Time to grab the
That's correct.
Blaster. And, alright, Coffee, I just realized something. If Yofi is the embodiment of chaos, does that mean she's responsible for creating the platypus? And if so, what did Aldo think of such a confusing creature?
He wanted to eliminate them all.
Yeah, exactly.
To give you an idea, one of Yofi's greatest creations during the time was a 7 peculiar little creatures.
Yeah.
And as a result, Order saw them as monsters and evil beings and tried to wipe them out, so much so that he created a brand new system that unfortunately has consequences even to this day.
Yeah, actually, a good question to that is, can we say what the seven beasts are? I don't think we can. That's not...
Nah. I mean,
let's keep that secret.
Let's keep it, especially since we don't have an official name for them yet. Still,
no. Donald Duck and the gang. No, DuckTales, no joke.
The 7 wyverns of Monster Hunter. The 7 elder wyverns of Monster Hunter. And to be fair, that's kind of what they are.
They are. And I just heard like like you take like the screams of 7 different monsters of Monster Hunter and just do that to Hi-Ho. Auto-tune it to Hi-Ho. That's so dumb. But bro hates fun. 7A looks at this there being 7 sins. Seems to be a common number here.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's kind of a theme here.
There's a reason for that.
Yeah, it's almost like there's a theological reason for that or something. I don't know.
Seems silly.
Well, yeah. Wait, yeah, but effectively, yes, that's kind of it. So yeah, I think that's just kind of it, isn't it? About that part, but again, limited creation. I think, if anything, the platypus was the tamest thing she probably created at the time.
Yeah. That is a messy hair, and I love that. Yeah. Honey, look at this. Look at him.
I see that.
I love him, Your Honor. I protect all of these children, Your Honor.
You haven't gone to number 7 yet?
No, I'm just about to, because it's small.
Fair. A few people are very happy about this particular storyboard right now. No, but yeah. So yes. Anyway, when it comes to the just yes, yes.
To be fair, that's very correct in how she would react.
Yep.
Also, yay, somebody has realized what is being drawn.
Exactly. No,
To be fair, I did say Saliga, so...
Exactly. But anyway, kind of moving on and back to the element at hand. Well, you have access to that kind of unlimited, unfettered, and uncontrolled creation. Well, you create things. I think that you create things that are not necessarily pragmatic, they're necessarily good, and they might actually be very harmful, like this right here.
The correct way she would react to this.
Yes. 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 Yes, she does. But honestly, when it comes to Yofi Sins, the biggest change with Yofi, and I think now we can go back and look at, you know, Yofi's redesign a little more again, is that Yofi has definitely seen the most redesign, which is very fitting for being representing chaos. That she is the one that we have to redesign over and over.
Yeah. I think it's also the case that because her role keeps constantly changing because of everything going on around. Actually, it makes sense. When anything changes, she's the one that reacts the most to it.
Yeah, because...
Very fitting for her.
Yeah, she is the change incarnate.
Exactly.
She is the incarnation of change, while change and movement, while Aldo is, to a large degree, a concept of stagnation.
Mm-hmm. Because I've had this particular design since, like, what, 2023?
Which one? For Aldo?
Yeah.
Current one is 2024. No, wait. Oh, no, this is 2023.
No. The art is 2025, but the design is 2024. Although, with that said, I realized with order, that's 2024. Design.
Yeah, that is 2024. I think I would mix them up. Yeah, I think this one was 2025, I think.
No, this art was 2025, but this design has been around since, like, what, 2022?
I think it's been around since 2022.
Where's my laptop?
At the it's okay. That's irrelevant. That's irrelevant.
Relevant. Point being, man hasn't seen a proper redesign in many years. He just the changes has just been with the style, not the design.
Exactly. If anything,
same with Samuel. Actually, he hasn't really changed much.
No, Samuel's gotten a few additions over the years, and it's been. I mean, let's be honest. He has changed dramatically from when I started working to where we are now. It's a huge change, but it's been incremental. Aside from one drastic one early on, it has been mostly an incremental change.
Yeah.
It's been very minute. Yofi has seen the most drastic changes, and honestly, I think another thing about Yofi is, and this is something that you can read, because the main thing about Yofi is that while Aldo ironically grew far more humble as time went on from where he is now. Like we said, Isaac is very good at playing as a himbo, but also very humble. And he was very arrogant in his early days. I mean, his name is Aldo.
Exactly.
Jofina is someone whose name translates to... What did it translate to again?
Joyous friend.
Joyous friend. And thus, joy, something that's always happy and glad, but because of that, it deals with a lot of strong emotions. And ironically, the thing about Chaos's growth is, well, for lack of a better word, temper. She has been tempered over all these eons and ages to kind of evolve into a being who realizes what chaos, the nature of chaos, and how it needs to ironically be, adapted, I suppose. How does that sound when I say it like that?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah. So the Yofi we meet in I was about to say the campaign. Yofi we meet in the story of things like Catcher later on is a very different being from what she was even back in Pillars of Order.
Yeah. I love these goobers, Your Honor.
Yeah, just so good. Offers Aldor a Sprite. Would Aldor drink Sprite?
No. Yofi would, but not...
Yofi would enjoy a soda. But what would he enjoy?
I mean, other than wine.
Actually, he be a wine drinker? The more I realize it, would he be a wine drinker? What would he drink? I imagine a tea of a very special blend, dipped the exact same time every time at the exact right temperature. What do you say? Or is he more of a Fanta guy? Okay. I'm gonna let you answer the Fanta question first.
I could actually see him being a bit more of a Fanta drinker, honestly.
Fair enough. I also see him not... Here's the thing. If you know the history of Fanta, you know why there is a certain irony to that. Now, I'm not going to say it because I don't want any flagging to kind of show up on this video. So I'm avoiding that particular history.
Tell me after session, or tell me after stream then.
Yes, I will. If you know the history, you know it. Do not mention it in the comments. Please. Please. We just don't want that any kind of, bullshit. Please. So please don't. If you know, you know, and you know the funny irony behind it. So effectively, it's a drink made with a bit of a dark negative past where you're like, ooh, you should not have been knowing that. And the irony that Aldor is more of a drinker of something that's negative is infinitely hilarious to me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's fair.
Gray said, fantasy. Mm-hmm. Oh, that is so corny. We eat that shit up. But is there anything else we can say about Yofi for now? And it's not the case of, oh, there's nothing to Yofi's character. It's also, what can we say that doesn't spoil half the plot?
Correct. Girly Pop runs a tavern slash bar, depending on which universe you're going to.
Oh, that is good. Actually, here's a fun thing. Not a poll this time. I'm just going to ask them to post. If you could go to a bar run by Yofi, what would be the drink you would ask for? I'm asking this to both you in the stream, as well as each other. What would you order from Yofi?
I mean, I could make the very obvious joke answer, but...
The joke answer being...
Wrath of God. But...
I could go first.
Please go.
Yeah, because I would personally go for... I'm going to say this to censor myself a little bit. Actually, no, you know what? We've already said fuck and everything. Fuck it. Sex on the beach. Because, A, that's a very colourful drink. And I think that she would do it very well. And have you seen Chaos? Well, speak more about that later.
Yeah.
And yes, stream, we kissed. Mwah.
We can kiss on stream now, because guess what? We're in person, next to each other.
We're next to each other. PDA is a lie. Anyway. Where were we? Yeah, but, so that's the drink. And please fill in whenever you can on this question. I'm just generally curious what you all will say. Yes, but I don't think there's anything else on Yofi that's, well, she has a bar and everything. Oh, here's actually one thing to, unless you thought
No, go ahead, because I have a feeling we might have a similar thought process to this, please.
Probably not. But how would you say here's a good question I realized we could also establish with Aldor, because while we can't really say about this or that, we can give this hint. How do they react with the rest of mortal kind? You know?
Aldor definitely kept his distance, being Order, trying to be the one to kind of look over as a god. Chaos said, I'm going to live with the humans because I think that would be fun.
Mm-hmm.
I could also talk about the fact that Yofi does canonically has children.
Mm-hmm. I mean, isn't everyone a child? And if you're wondering, ooh, what's that about? Spoilers.
Spoilers.
Oops. Spoilers. I'm gonna say it like that from now on.
No, I gotta do the Doctor Who way, just spoilers.
If you're wondering, it's a Joker Arkham City reference.
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you more about it after the stream. But I suppose that really, because I think that because it's also the thing, Aldor detached himself from humanity more so after seeing everything he did. Yofi tried to keep involving himself while also keeping some distance. Correct?
After things that happened, she definitely kept more of a distance, but she was very up close and personal with them for a while.
Yeah. Also, honey, this is looking good. This is looking really good. I don't know if that was picked up in the stream. I was patting her on the arm. I'm not slapping her. Sorry.
At least for... Do not worry. I did not react. That was enough.
Touche. Anyway, so that just leaves Samuel, I suppose, yeah. Completing our trifecta. Or should we focus more on the other two primordial forces here? Actually, we can't really do that either because there's too much spoiler and too much development.
Well, the thing is... Okay. So... I'm trying to think of what we could say about Samuel that... without spoiling much, because unfortunately, the more we dive into him, the more we tread those lines.
Yeah, that's actually the point. And here's the thing: I think that we can say these basic things to start off. Am I may?
Mm-hmm.
Samuel is the BBAG, the main villain of everything, and he has the fingers into many pies, as it were. And the thing is, the main thing about him is that he's not just motivated by a sense of ego and spite, but is also motivated by a general instinct that is difficult to put into words. He's not just a villain because he wants to see everything burn. There's definitely an element to that, but that's not the only motivation. He also does it because he sees everything around him and feels compelled to do it. I think that we did a Halloween short back in 2024, and there are some elements of that still holds water, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
Do you agree?
I would agree. I love my silly little guy. He's so cute.
I just see this and he's here. Would you? Hi, can I interest you in our latest product? Nah, but so obviously. For the record, in case anyone is waiting to put in comments, you can put in things in the comment now. It's just that one thing about Fanta's history that I don't want, to be flagged. But otherwise, feel free to comment about anything. Yeah, so... But the thing is, what can you say, considering what role a villain holds in the story, what can you say that is not a dramatic spoiler when you start talking about the main villain?
Mm-hmm.
I suppose to start off, yes, he's still the same villain. Hey there, I'm here to talk about your intergalactic shuttle's extended warranty. Is the newest comment we got for coffee.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if would Samuel have a spaceship? Would
No.
Aldo have a spaceship?
No.
Yofi would have a spaceship.
Probably.
Yeah. Yofi, extend your warranty.
Never. Nah, I don't wanna.
But see, you're doing that shit. What I did almost.
Hmm.
That's funny.
Yeah, I just saw. Yeah, no, I was already playing that. I'm like, damn it, you're a couple shots too early.
I know. But car, wagon, horse, etc., whatever they use for transport. Fair enough.
Holy shit.
Yeah, that works really well. But yeah, so... But what else could we feasibly say about Samuel in that regard? Because while I realize we've been pulling, what do you want to hear to talk about? What would you say can be said that hasn't been said before?
I miss my wife, Tails. I miss her a lot.
I miss my wife, Yofi. I miss her a lot.
You miss me?
Yes.
Let's get the back fuck together.
Yay.
But I am too emo now.
Cut my life into pieces.
Samuel is always...
I'm not okay.
I know.
I know. Oh, but no, what else? But with that in mind, what else is there to kind of talk about in the general world then? Where would we go next with this? Because we talked about the main three, and I feel like to understand the universe of the Relatus narrative, you have to understand the basic concept of these three. Because are there more things to go from it? Definitely. You know? Ah, you're drawing an arrow for the sake of animation.
Mm-hmm. Because kind of meant to be like, he's like pulled back, and then I know it's like right up in front of the camera.
Fair enough.
There'd be a shot of it, but because, you know, this is the quickest thing.
Mm-hmm. Unlike a dark version. Yeah. I can read this comment with an emo voice. Unlike a dark and fucked up version of Aldor, just a glimpse into my dark reality. A full stare into my twisted perspective would make most simply go insane. Emo Eldritch. That's a new one. You are so focused you did not react to that.
Oh no, I heard it. I'm just like, God fucking damn it. It was really just a case of a lot of God fucking damn it. Anyways.
But then comes the question of where to go next with this. Because honestly, I feel like we could talk about the pillars next, but I feel like that's also a lot to unpack, and plus we're working on it, so you know that's also
Pillars. We have the Fey heads to talk about. Honestly, anything with the Fey realm, because that is like, that is more new. That's newer shit. Because let's be honest, that's something that's been working on a lot the past checks time.
Yeah, exactly.
How many months?
Too many. No, I think the question is really here, and on one end, because Oh, how long a time has it been? Oh, 1 hour.
Not even 2 hours.
Not even 2 hours. So, but it was also the case of like where to go next in this general discussion. And okay, I'm also going to leave kind of the stream here. If you have any question in mind, we could go that direction. But I feel like, as I stated, that is where we start effectively.
Mm-hmm.
And the creatures of the narrative, because yes, I think that, okay, how about this, to kind of generally go in, like the pillars of order, for example. For example, yes, they are their own characters, and the world of Akolos, where they're in, have their own mythology, but all of it ties into Aldor, actually. All of it ties back to Aldor. So if you want to, and more so, or more so, you know, the Almighty Father, as he was called back then, you know, by his populace. Well, if you ever need voices for extra, raise his hand. From coffee. Did you hear that?
Mm-hmm.
To which you say?
I'm always going to be needing extras, do not worry.
Yeah, we'll trust me. We'll come back to you and come back on that. For now, nothing. Things are still in development with other things, but sooner or later we'll come back to it. So,
is there any point where Order and Chaos have acted with a genuine familial bond between the two? Many times, actually.
oh yeah.
Like, despite the issues they have with one another, they do genuinely care about one another. There is never a case of, like, full-on hatred and resentment. It's just annoyance and ego.
Oh yeah, like, essentially it was a tantrum between them back then.
Does anybody remember the Volgolosoid Childish War? That's basically what it is.
Yeah, the only difference is that these are effectively primordials. They're gods. They are beings that are very high on the food chain. And any argument between them is always going to be messy.
I mean, that's why the Convergence was really bad.
And is that familiar bond still present even with Samuel at times? I'm gonna have to say no. Like, in some capacity, yes, but go on. Because my first instinct is to say no.
Funny, I would actually say yes.
Okay, go on.
I mean, Samuel and Aldor never got along, so that was never really going to change. But Yofi was kind of the one that, you know, softened the both of them.
Fair enough. Well, I think that more so like fair enough. I think that if you ask with if Yofi and Samuel, yes, there is definitely that. You know, even if that familial bond has definitely changed context. You know.
Mm-hmm.
But if you ask, but if you mean between all three, I'm gonna stick on my gut, say no, because well, as much as Yofi gives it, Aldo just doesn't. Because in many ways, considering that, you know, Aldor is effectively an analogy to God, and Samuel is an analogy of, you know, the devil and Lucifer. Effectively, just as Samuel has spite for Aldor, Aldor is, I would say, both spiteful and ashamed of this creation of his, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that's logical to say that?
Yeah, I would definitely say that.
Yeah. I think it's the one thing that he retains from his older days that he has never been able to get rid of.
Nope.
And Samuel, yeah, he despises the element of order. All right. So, but I think that was an interesting little tangent.
Mm-hmm. God, I love questions like these. They make my brain... The ones that make me have to make my brain go, think.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's why I love these kind of streams and why that I realized I missed these kind of streams, honestly. Because should we have them frequently? No, I don't think we will. We'll have them every once in a while, I think. Mm-hmm. We'll let know when it happens, obviously, Mm-hmm. But I do think that there is definite... there's definitely a merit to them because they tingle the creative juices, as you say.
Mm-hmm.
You agree?
Yes.
Also, who's this meant to be? Is this...
Morven.
It is Morven, alright. For a moment, I'm like, is he coming out from a tub of toothpaste? What's going on?
Meant to be like his umbrella.
Oh, okay, I got you. Coffee says, these streams just make your heart go, wah! Gray also posted, I would think that maybe sometimes Aldo and Samuel get along when the situation benefits the both of them and they may talk when needed. I have my answer to this, but I think that you should go first, yeah? Unless you want me to go first.
Go first.
I do see the logic, and theoretically, it is accurate. But I think also because of the incomprehensible spite and poor history, because let's just say that with some of these story things we've added, and I'm just going to go with that particular story thread that we've added. There's just a line that Aldor crossed. A very bad line. Like back when he was full on, obsessed, egocentric order. And that's a line that Samuel will never forgive.
Pride is a damsel in distress. That's the kind of bullshittery we're dealing with, guys.
Yeah. Yeah, now who is the pride in this case? You'd be surprised. But yeah, so no, I would say that even if the two of them could in theory get along, if the goals were aligned and everything, I feel like they would do it as indirectly as possible at their best, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
They would never do it out of each other, because here's the thing, the spite between them two is just that bad, and he remembers Gray said, yeah, they both have a very long memory about this shit. No, I will say though that it's important in moments like these, of course, to think like, oh, you make your kind of god character, ambivalently good, isn't not all good, like stuff like that. I think it's just a good question also as a story creator, and you'll would agree to this, honey. I think that be careful not to just go too dark about something like, oh, it's dark for the sake of darkness, then it just gets overwhelming. You're on it. Why is he not the villain of the story?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's not the case where current Aldo, because I think it's a good example of current Aldo is trying to redeem himself.
There's a reason why we say the difference between Order and Aldor, actually, really.
Yeah, because Aldor is a fundamentally different person from Order. Aldor is Order trying to redeem himself more, while Samuel is the monument of his sins, you can almost say.
Mm-hmm.
And if there are any Halo fans out there, yeah, that is great, right there. Praise be that guy. Deep down is Aldor regretful?
Yes.
Yes. Oh heavens, yes. But yeah, that was my answer to that particular question. Would you say that? Would you say differently about if they could work together based on this particular question? This particular situation.
The only way I could actually see them working together is if both need to help or protect Yofi, because those two kind of a case of, hey, she is important to both of us. Put her to the side for like 2 seconds just to make sure she's fine. Afterwards, we'll be at each other's throats again.
I think so too, and
it's rare.
Yeah.
But I imagine it has happened once or twice.
Yeah. I think that's the closest as well, but it is very, very difficult to see that happening, honestly. Like, even with that in mind, it's difficult to see, but that's the closest, I agree.
Like, I'm not expecting them, like, I'm pretty sure they have trouble tolerating one another, but they're forcing themselves to tolerate for just one moment.
Yeah. Which also emphasizes another thing. If they hate each other, why haven't they killed each other yet? That's a good question. There's an answer we are not saying.
For reasons.
Oops. Spoilers.
Spoilers.
Yeah, so I think we leave it at that particular part of that. But yeah, no, they would never get along in that regard. Would he ever apologize to Samuel? Oh, that's a good question. Would Aldor ever apologize to Samuel? I have my answer. You want to say it at the same time?
I'm actually going back and forth.
Yeah, but I think I have my answer, honestly. You know, you want to hear it?
Mm-hmm.
I think the answer is no, but not because of the reasons we stated before. Now, I think it's no because deep down, he is regretful, as we stated, so why does he say sorry? Because he knows deep down that... There is a bit of pride in that. I think there's a definite bit of pride, a little bit of... definitely some of his stubbornness are involved. But it's also the fact that he knows that the thing that happened, that a sorry will never make up for it.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, I could see him try, but I also think that deep down, like, I think there's a case of he wants to say sorry, but he knows that it's never going to be enough for Samuel.
Yeah. So, ironically, this is not a non-binary question, would he ever apologize? Because saying no implies that he doesn't regret it. Or, now, it's a question of, if you hurt somebody to such a degree, or if you hurt each other to such a degree, that what good would a sorry do? How would it repair the damage done? Yes, you would take accountability, but you might actually be regretful. But it's not gonna do anything. I think that's a good answer. What do you say?
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. No, because honestly, I cannot really see. Yeah. Because Yofi could take accountability for her actions, because her actions has Yofi taken accountability for her actions? I would say that she has. But yeah, there are other things that she has to take accountability. Those are spoilers.
I think it's a case of there's definitely many things that there's many things that she has taken accountability for, and those that haven't, she's trying.
Yeah. Right. I'm just wondering, Greg Close says, I'm just wondering if he would eventually say, because one day he might never get that chance.
Again, it's a case of, would he want to? Yes. Would that actually do anything, though? Because he could say sorry and heal himself, and help himself, but how much would that help Samuel? If anything, I'm going to be honest, I think if he ever did try to apologize, Samuel would only get more aggressive.
Yeah. An insult would be actually more insulting.
Yeah, an insult would hurt less.
Yeah. Because, and you wonder, why would an insult hurt less? Like, is sorry the insult? No. is the fact that that means that he is genuinely sorry. He's genuinely regretful. And this regret could not have come when it was needed.
Exactly.
That's the insult. The insult isn't that he shows compassion. The insult is that the compassion did not exist, could have existed, and yet he chose to ignore it. That's the insult. How would an apology between Yofi and Aldo go? For some reason, I was rubbing. My eyes looked a little weird, and for some reason, I thought you said, "How would an apology video between Yofi and Aldo go?" I just saw Aldo with a ukulele.
No.
No. That was just a terrible. It's just it's just a fun, stupid image, you know.
How would an apology between Yofi and Aldo go?
Yeah, back to the question though. How? Okay. Actually, that's the kind of thing. You know what I realized we never established? We never established when they made up. We never established that, actually. We know they made up at one point.
Mm-hmm.
But when did that happen? I don't think we have ever established when, and that's something to...
I imagine it would have been after the Judenia incident, because after, Samuel came in, Aldor, to put it simply, had the fear of God put into him.
Yeah. I think that it was definitely... Yofi was the one to kind of want to step forward first, everything that happened.
Oh, yeah, no. After everything happened, yeah, she was 100% the one that went first.
Yeah. But then, But then Aldor, effectively, he was still stubborn, still being in order mode, and then he embraced his new self. After things got even more wrong. And I think it was the case that what really solidified it in Aldor's growth is that it was a situation he could not blame external forces on.
Mm-hmm.
You know? I think that was kind of a clincher when I said it like that. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I agree. Also, finally the bastard looks good.
Oh, there we go. Oh, that's nice.
I love him, Your Honor.
Yeah. Coffee says, I will return. I must do counter stuff. Don't get up too much. Fun without me. No promises.
Too late.
Too late. Yeah. Looking good, honey. Looking good. But yeah, so... I mean, with all this in mind, it also comes down to the question of would you... And I guess the question is, like, when with it... Because also, I suppose we should just explain the change with Judenia quickly, yeah? Should we?
No.
Or is that a spoiler?
No, that's... No. The thing is, I was hoping to do a bit more, world stuff, but you got a little too hyper-focused on the siblings, huh?
Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry.
It's okay. TLDR. The entire narrative takes place within 3 worlds. We have Akolos, which is what, Pillars is for. We have Extenia, which is what guys were initially for Catcher. And then we have the Fey Realm, which is kind of there in the sideline. The world Novus Mundus existed before the Convergence and then got destroyed in the Convergence.
Yeah.
Which means... And that also means that Judenia's original world no longer exists, and it's a part of Extenia.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah. Yeah, sorry about that.
Yeah, you're fine. Again, we start with the siblings, but I wanted to kind of do a bit more of, other main stuff, because I was hoping to also go with the Fey Heads, because, hey, they're kind of important.
I mean, that's true. It's just a question of how they also work in the dynamic with the rest of reality. I think that's also something that both you have established, but also could be established more, especially beforehand, since I'm less familiar with those.
Yeah, for
obvious
reasons. For reasons I'm drawing.
Fair, exactly.
But, TLDR, so Yofi has 4 daughters.
Mm-hmm.
And to put it simply, it's the mother, the maiden, and the crone of... Was it Wiccan? Yeah, Wiccan.
I think it's Wiccan.
Yeah, it's Wiccan.
It's Wiccan or Celtic, right? Yeah.
Wiccan has a lot of anyways, but yeah.
Yeah, look them up and figure out. There you go.
Yeah.
Educate yourself.
And then the fourth one is death.
Exactly.
And they all have various importance to various worlds and stories. For example, death is pretty important in Pillars of Order because she has connections with Zodicus.
Mm-hmm.
For obvious reasons.
Exactly. Yeah, I mean also, and Anakolos is also important. I mean, not only is it the project we're currently working with, and it's being under production, but it's also it's a testament to the beginning of that conflict that we spoke about between order and chaos. You know, it's kind of the linchpin that ends that keeps the conflict between them. I would say. Like, do you think does that make sense? The way I'm saying it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So. Right. But with that said, I think that's yeah. But maybe we should save that for a proper world deconstruction. You know, for all the worlds. Honestly, what do you think?
More videos. I'm already working on how many for Pillars, how many animations.
No, a stream like this. I mean, a stream like this.
We'll think about that because reasons.
Oh yeah, of course. I mean, I'm not saying we make anything definitive, but I think that the core is this a reintroduction to the narrative, effectively. You know.
Mm-hmm.
I think that what we can all do say essentially that. Well, Akolos is still essentially that Extenia is the only one that really survived the convergence. Because
it actually supposedly exists after the convergence. That's why it survived. Yeah. Akolos is the only one that of the mortal worlds, I should say, that survived because Fey Realm also survived, but
yeah, the Fey Realm has a dimensional awareness.
Makes sense.
That's the Argo of Aura Forming Brothers. Let's leave it at that. Anyway.
Can I just make this to a project? Can I say fuck the campaign and just make it to a project so I can spoil everything, please?
No.
Anyways.
See, I've had to deal with this the whole time.
I'm sorry.
No, don't be sorry.
Ow.
Oh, sorry.
Now you have to be sorry.
Yeah, now I have to be sorry. Anyway. So, yeah, I mean, it's kind of... So, and I think that, because I think that that's something that could be good to have the proper lore and, cue cards for,
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because, the general lore like this with the general gods and the general domains, that is kind of, things that, help establish how there's, a baseline, But I think also, and it could also be good, when we kind of, discuss through, popular characters like Brew and everything.
I guess.
Yeah, you just want to you just kind of want to do all of it in one, yeah?
Yeah, I was hoping to do a bit more here. I didn't want to do a second one. It's just a case of if that happened, but that seems to be what needs to happen, alas.
Yeah. Yeah. I will apologize. I will apologize partially because we focused so long on the siblings. But I'm only apologizing so much for one reason. But I'm only apologizing so much, and that's because of one reason, if I may be blunt. Because this world is so fucking fun and so fucking engaging that it can definitely spark all kinds of fantasy and all kinds of creativity,
I don't know, everyone agree with that?
Come on, guys, help a man out. Help me out. But, I mean, clearly people have been here. There have been some people have been around and listening in. So yeah, I think there's definitely an investment, an engagement, clearly by the questions and by people wanting to just ask even the silliest of questions, Because doesn't matter if it's a question asking about what kind of boots Samuel would assign, or or a legitimate question about hobbies and human and apologies, that actually could paint deeper of the characters. The point is that this triggers something within people. It triggers an interest, and it's legitimately one thing I'm always excited to always be a part of, which is why whenever you tell me I have a narrative idea, I get very giddy.
Should we talk about the fourth one? Should we talk about the elephant in the room?
You know what? How about this? Let's wrap up with the fourth one.
Alright, we're gonna wrap up with one more thing. Again, related siblings. Sort of.
They are a pair of siblings.
A pair of twins.
Mm-hmm.
And these two are fascinating.
Very fascinating, and effectively they are not new exactly. Let's see here. It's why this is my favorite fantasy universe right now.
Oh,
thank you.
Shush.
But I just love I see them before I see it.
Yeah, it's on my screen, so I say
okay, so it's probably just delayed. That was just
Yeah.
funny. Anyway, we have several screens up on the record.
Yeah.
And phones. But anyway, yeah, so these are technically not new characters. They have been around since before, technically.
You guys remember Akis's kids? Yeah, they gotta glow up.
Yeah, they gotta glow up, definitely. Effectively, these used to be the Latour twins.
Latour.
Latour, thank you. Latour twins. Who were effectively, managers and shopkeepers within Atticus's store.
Mm-hmm.
And here's the funny thing, and you can add on to this, what I'm about to say. But while we had problems developing with Atticus, because Atticus was a cool idea, but it felt like an underutilized idea that could very much be removed, and we realized it would actually solve a few problems. We realized that removing the Latour twins was more difficult because there was something about these two little buggers that just kept us coming back.
So I'm in love with these two. I love them so much. I love them, and know they had, names before. Names got changed to Zamir and Zamira.
Mm-hmm.
It is spelled, they are spelled silly, and I need to make sure I have the pronunciation correct, because, again, it's silly.
It's a well, silly.
Zamir and Zamira. There we go. Because it's...
Zamir and Zamira.
Well, because he has an A and she has an E, so that's why.
Zamir, Zamira. That would make sense.
Yeah. Now you see why I'm like, that's a bit of a struggle.
Yes. Creepy twin characters is such a vibe.
Yeah, I love them so much. I love these little twins. I love what they represent.
All right.
No.
Come on, let's do it.
With these two, that doesn't work.
No, let's do it just because it's funny. Come play with us forever and ever and ever. I was like, do The Shining.
Now, the original inspiration, which was the Lutas twins from Bioshock Infinite, is still very much the case of...
Yeah, I like it. Like, that's why that is a joke reference. It's not an actual reference. I just read, oh, creepy twins is such a vibe.
I missed that.
Oh. Specifically, the brother and sister pair vibe. Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, these two...
Yeah, but I also want to take advantage of that because you and I were in the same room. No latency.
Fair enough. We don't have to worry about the delays and the lags of Discord. We're in the same room. It could be the same. Hee hee. Fair. With that in mind, hee hee.
Yeah.
But
yeah, that was inspired like the Letters twins from Bioshock Infinite.
Yeah. The type that would just kind of continue one thought, two halves of the same thought, the same thought sort of thing.
Yeah, essentially like, I'm pretty sure it was going to be heads.
Well, it turned out to be tails.
Fascinating.
That sort of thing. Love that. Adore that.
Yeah.
Love that for them.
Yeah. But that dynamic became a little fun, and it was effectively because... Okay, this is coming from someone who came in, so you can correct me about this, but the Latour twins, when you introduced me to them all those years ago, definitely felt like kind of one-off side characters that were just as equivalent as the... How do I put this? The Boba Fett, almost, of...
Ooh, no, I see.
You know what I mean? The Boba Fett, like, these cool characters, but when you think about it, it's like, okay, cool, why are they popular, you know? Not saying that Boba Fett is bad, don't take that out of context, I don't want any Star Wars ramblings.
Too late. Anyways.
I open up the gateways. Shit.
But, yeah. But, playing around with them and some other ideas for other characters that no longer exist very much gave them a lot more potency.
Exactly. And ironically, like I said, while Atticus kind of faded away and found a new purpose elsewhere, this particular character just lingered in eternity. What?
Very good way to put it.
Yeah, they lingered in eternity and just stuck with us. And eventually we just kind of separated. And ironically, this became these two twins. Like, I think that for now the name are the Latour twins still.
Yeah. That's one of their names, yeah.
Yeah, we call them Latour twins for now. They have another name, but that's for later.
Yeah, to put it in the simplest way possible, and I am going to be charting spoilers, but fuck it.
Mm-hmm.
I guess you could say I guess the best way to put it in the simplest ways, their existence are a bit paradoxical.
Yeah. They do exist in a way that doesn't really adhere to logic.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the beginning is at the end and other things. It doesn't really make sense.
Mm-hmm. Actually, with that in mind, I could show off a, discarded idea, because even though, it kind of treads waters with them, it's also very different enough that I think I could talk about.
Well, that's assuming we have it here. Did you see it?
Yeah, I did.
Which one?
Come on. Where are you? How many times have I drawn the bastard?
It's under P, honey.
I know, honey, I know. I just saw the amount of Samuel stuff, I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Hello, baby. I'm gonna miss this design.
Yeah, I might steal it. May I steal it?
How would you steal it? We'll talk later.
We'll talk later.
Yeah. But, point being...
Schrodinger's character.
Yeah.
Schrodinger character.
Yeah, that's the best way to put it.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. They are Schrodinger characters, effectively, and
yeah.
And effectively, that's the kind of character. Now, are they Schrodinger? Are they Schrodinger? If you mean the quantum physicist, no, they are cat lovers. If you mean Schrodinger, the Helsing character, no, they are. I mean, one of them is a femboy, but
But yeah, to put it simply, so for reasons that would not be explained, there was a being that was accidentally created called the Paradox, and this thing was gonna be a, how do I put this, intervener? He intervenes with everything, and kind of was just there to talk to the siblings when they can. He
was kind of a mediator and a meta character as well, you could argue.
Yeah, because here's a fun thing that I can throw out, because it has been a while and that concept isn't really gonna come in.
Yeah.
You guys remember the Aldor video for the old version of Exiled? You remember that sudden, silly, interesting little ending that threw off even my fellow directors, because that was not part of the plan?
Yeah, that was part of it.
This was the character you guys heard.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and also, yes, augment Fireway, yeah. I know you were talking about the concept of Schrodinger's cat, I was just being a little facetious, but yeah, they are kind of the concept of Schrodinger's cat. That is to say, they both exist and don't exist at the same time. That is exactly what they are, which is what Schrodinger, the character from Helsing, also represents. It's the concept, you know.
Exactly.
I'm just having fun, you know, being silly, because that's what I do.
Exactly. Maybe I'll find ways to kind of throw some of the ideas of, like, you know, this thing interacting with the real world a bit more for the funnies, but that's a me thing to worry about.
Yeah,
later.
let's just say that was part of also going to be a part of another project that was in the back burner back then.
Oh yeah, the ARG.
Yeah, the ARG. I didn't want to say it out loud in case we wanted to keep that
buried.
buried.
Oh no, I threw away the ARG a long time ago.
Yeah,
like,
but in case we want to keep it buried for the sake of things, so effectively these two have taken on a whole different role, which also fits in with the kind of paradoxical existence that the Lutece twins existed within.
That was exactly the point.
Yeah. So yeah, but yeah, that's for now at least the Latour twins, who have now effectively
the unfortunate accidental fourth thing of paradox.
And please don't.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, babe.
It's okay.
I got a little twisted there for a moment.
It's okay.
But yeah.
Right, but yeah, honestly, I think that's alright. And I don't see any new questions at the moment.
Any questions about Yofi, Aldor, Samuel, the twins?
Yeah, or general, because in general, like, are we gonna make more, you know, videos like these, like streams like this? That is kind of in the. I'm not gonna promise anything. I don't think we should promise anything at the moment.
I'm gonna be honest. If I did want to try something like this, I'd rather it be a full-on video. But again, my backlog is really my workload's already really bad. And I need
in which case we will repeat the things here, you know, and amongst other things,
and be a lot more cohesive.
Yeah, definitely more cohesive. But I do think that also these are good because they inspire a little personal, you know, interaction, you know. I think it definitely inspire in different ways that, you know, was not before, because by forcing someone to answer a question, because you can't just say, I don't know, when it comes to these things, you know. You gotta have an answer. So by that logic, you have to give an answer. And in that answer, all of a sudden, you have developed something new. What are you doing?
You remember that silly little animation idea that I said I want to do?
Yeah. Here comes the...
No. The other... No. The athletic theme one, honey.
What?
The athletic theme.
Oh, the TTS
No.
thing? No. Jeez.
This one, honey.
Oh! I think I know.
Remember the spinning.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, just. But yeah. So I think that. But will there be another stream in the future? That's a question mark, and we're not gonna make that promise. If it is, it's not for a while. At least it's not gonna be for a while. Agreed?
Yeah. Look at them. They're such a silly little goober.
She's having the time of her fucking life right now.
Ooh ah ah, chin chay, wanna bang bang. Ooh ah ah, chin chay, wanna bang bang. Yeah, no, I'm gonna do that because I think it's very funny.
I mean, that's just funny. And I'm just looking forward to some silliness. Nah, but I think that, if we talk more about the world and everything, because here's the thing, like, developing a whole world Bible and kind of condensing it, even if we were to condense it quickly, it would be, you know, it would be something that's tricky to accomplish, you know, within just a few hours, especially since nuance is a thing.
Yeah. Oh my god, look at her, honey.
Oh, that's just funny.
I misspelled that. Nah, I'm keeping the bit. I'm keeping to the bit.
Keep it. But I think that this, in that case, let's wrap up here, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, well, go ahead then.
Alright, if that's the case, quick thing of any more questions before we wrap up? Just gonna get.
Well, we kind of did open up and give.
Fair enough.
Give the floor already.
Fair enough. My brain did a thing. My brain
No.
did a silly. I am a dumb.
No.
I don't know why you guys like me sometimes.
You're not a dumb, but you are absent-minded. No, you're not absent-minded. You are. Your brain is too yeah, your brain. Yeah.
That is my brain.
Ooh, ee, ooh, yeah.
Ooh, ee, ooh, ching, ching.
Wanna bing bang. But yeah, but I think that, and again, will there be more in the future? Maybe. No promises made. You know, I don't want to make any promises for us.
Yeah, no. Hopefully we'll actually get a video together. I promise, but there's stuff in the works. Just a lot of shit has happened.
A lot. So, but we wanted to do this to not only get some engagement, we also wanted to, share with us because, well, let's be honest, this project means a lot to
It
us.
really does mean a lot to us.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. So, yeah, I think that we can. So yeah, but so I'm gonna let you have the final word.
Alright, and with that, we are going to end it here. So thank you guys very much for watching. If you like, you know to press the subscribe, press the bell, press the little thumbs up, and just let us know that you're excited for more, because oh boy, do we have more. Do we have more. But and I want to give thank you for the Cougar for being a very awesome co-host and the best fiance I can ask for.
Thank you. It's been my pleasure. And to kind of self-promote, please subscribe to my channel, Albert Kruger.
Psy Gaming.
Psy Gaming, yeah, I mean, it's called Albert Kruger technically.
Yeah, for semantics.
Semantics.
I love you guys all so much.
Love you
and
too.
thank you again.
Bye.
Bye.